Question: DS. In a certain class, 10 students took a math exam. What was the standard deviation of the exam scores of the 10 students? Condition 1. The standard deviation of first 9 smallest scores of these 10 students is 80. Condition 2. 5 of these 10 students have the same score. Solution: let's solve this DS question using the variable approach. Standard deviation. Standard deviation is one of the most common measures of dispersion. The more data is spread out, the greater the standard deviation. That is, the further away an average data point sits relative to the mean. If you have the whole data set, you can follow steps and get the standard deviation. If any element is missing, it becomes pretty difficult. So if you come across a DS question like this involving standard deviation, the answer is most likely E. Let's apply the 3 steps suggested previously. Follow the first step of the variable approach by modifying and rechecking the original condition and the question. We have to find the standard deviation of the exam scores of the 10 students. Follow the second to the third steps. From the original condition, we have 10 variables, math scores of the 10 students. To match the number of variables with the number of equations, we need 10 equations. Since conditions 1 and 2 will only provide 1 equation each, we're going to be 8 equations short. So E would most likely be the answer. Recall 3 principles and choose E as a most likely answer. Let's take a look at conditions 1 and 2 together. We don't know how much higher the 10th score is than the other 9 scores, and even knowing half the scores are the same gives us no clue as to the actual values of that score or the other 5. Therefore, both conditions 1 and 2 combined do not give us a unique value of the standard deviation, so the conditions combined are not sufficient by CMT2, which means that the number of answers must be 1. Both conditions 1 and 2 together are not sufficient. Thus, E is a correct answer. Answer E.